Didn't come on till late, but really came on the scene and got his team to the South State playoffs. Phil Turner, from a kid from Grenada, Mississippi. I just think he's got something about him besides his ability. He's got great charisma about him, and he's a tough young man. I just think he's going to be a sleeper of all of them. Have a junior college player from Southern Idaho, from Arizona. I think he's a piece for us. One thing he can do is shoot the basketball. For instance, Reggie Delk made 56 threes on the year last year. This young man made 80 threes in junior college, so that tells you his ability to shoot the basketball. And that's kind of a missing piece. Let me tell you, the ability to shoot the basketball is a lost art. And that's the name of the game, putting that ball on the hole. It hadn't changed. It was there 40 years ago, 30, whenever you played. You've got to be able to shoot the basketball, and that's the key. And he can do that. So I like my young kids. I like my team. Most of all, and you've heard me say this, it's all about doing the little things. And again, I'm old school. It's the little things off the court that makes a difference on the court. You cannot take shortcuts, turn it on and turn it off. In our job and my job and what I believe in, we try to instill in them off that court, do all the little things right. Go to class. You're supposed to be at 8 o'clock. Don't be there at 8:05. Be there at 8 o'clock. If you're supposed to get 6 hours of study table, don't get 5 hours and 45 minutes. You get 6 hours. If you're supposed to be at the weight room at 3:30, be here at 3:30 before. If you're supposed to block out on the free throw line, block out on the free throw line. My point is, there's a correlation. What goes on off that court carries over onto the court. And I've got a great group of young men that I see are really able to do those things as young people, and that's going to make them better and better and better. A couple things real quick that I heard that Catherine talked about some, but a few things that your program has accomplished, what your program has done in 8 years. Some of you are aware of this and some of you are not. But in 8 years, there's only 2 schools in the Southeastern Conference that's won more games than your school. It was only 1 school. Florida passed us up this past year. They had a pretty good year. But only 2 schools, Kentucky and Florida, has won more games in 8 years than Mississippi State. Only 2 teams have won more Southeastern Conference games in Mississippi State, Kentucky, and Florida. Only 2 teams have won a championship in all 3 areas you can win a championship in, Archie. Tournament championship, divisional championships, and overall championships. Only 2 other schools have done that, Kentucky and Florida. Only, and this is a stat right here I think kind of correlates a little bit of our success. And I don't know how we've done this, but we've found a way to do it. For 6 straight years, we've led the SEC in some type of rebounding. 5 straight years we led it in rebound margin. And that's a huge stat. Rebound margin. This past year, I don't know how yet, don't ask me how, but we found a way to lead it in offensive rebounding. So for 6 straight years, we've led that league in some type of rebounding. That's a huge stat to go along with the success we've had. This is something that I'm even more proud of because I understand the importance of it. In 8 years, we've graduated 26 out of 33 players. 3 of those players that haven't graduated, they like 2 classes each. But 26 out of 33 is 78%. And there's only 1 school in the Southeastern Conference that's better than that, and that's Vanderbilt, and they're a private school. So.